at Joe Biden, at Barack Obama. Promised the update #Fukushima Collusion. A secret or illegal cooperation or conspiracy, especially in order to cheat or deceive others.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, the Honorable Barack Obiden.
Come on, man. What are we talking about? Come on, man. Get a life. What are we talking about? Come on, man.
And one bad thing you've done. Well, I've done bad things. But let's talk about you for a second. Tell me one bad thing that you've done, and it better be evil. How evil? Really evil. Like so evil that you would say it was evil. Like it's the fruits of the devil. Evil. The third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp. And it fell upon the third part of the rivers, and upon the fountains of waters. And the name of the star is called Wormwood. And a third part of the waters became wormwood. And many men died of the waters, because they were made bitter or poisonous.
We see the utter loss of shame among political leaders where they're caught in a lie and they just double down and they lie some more. If you caught them lying, they'd be like, oh man.
Come on, man.
Now they just keep on lying.
Why is this being downplayed? Is it a liability issue, or do they want to prevent panic? Do you have any ideas why this is being minimized?
I know someone who's very highly placed in the State Department, and the United States government has come up with a decision. And I don't know whether it's influenced by a fear of panic or commercial interests or whatever, but I do know that the United States government, at the highest levels of the State Department, as well as other departments, FDA and on, have made a decision to downplay Fukushima. And I can't speak for the Canadian counterparts, but I will say that back in April, Hillary Clinton signed a pact with her counterpart in Japan, saying that she agreed that there are no problems with Japanese food supplies, and we would continue to buy them. So we are not sampling this material as it comes into the country, because our government, the U.S., has made a decision strategic decision to downplay it. I don't know if that's because they want to support the Japanese government or whether they want to support the nuclear industry, but I do know that decision was made at the highest levels of government.
Come on, man.
U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton visits Tokyo on Sunday and pledges more support to Japan as it deals with the aftermath of the earthquake and tsunami and the ongoing nuclear crisis. In her 5-hour visit, Clinton met with her Japanese counterpart and later with Prime Minister Naoto Kan.
In the tense days after a powerful earthquake and tsunami crippled the Fukushima Daiichi power plant in Japan on March 11, 2011, staff at the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission made a concerted effort to play down the risk of earthquakes and tsunamis to America's aging nuclear plants, according to thousands of internal emails. As the 10th anniversary of Fukushima approaches, the emails pull back the curtain on the agency's efforts to protect the industry it is supposed to regulate. The NRC officials didn't always tell the whole truth either. When someone asked about a topic that might reflect negatively on the industry, they changed the subject. The NRC knew a lot more about what was going on than it wanted to tell the American people.
dishonesties you have done.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide. We know that the damage to the nuclear reactors in Fukushima Daiichi plant poses a substantial risk to people who are nearby. And the guidelines that we would use to keep our citizens safe here in the United States or anywhere in the world. Beyond this 50-mile radius, the risks do not currently call for an evacuation. But we do have a responsibility to take prudent and precautionary measures to educate those Americans who may be endangered by exposure to radiation if the situation deteriorates. I know that many Americans are also worried about the potential risks to the United States. So I want to be very clear. We do not expect harmful levels of radiation to reach the United States, whether it's the West Coast, Hawaii, Alaska, or U.S. territories in the Pacific. Let me repeat that. We do not expect harmful levels of radiation to reach the West Coast, Hawaii, Alaska, or U.S. territories in the Pacific.
Come on, man.
That is the judgment of our Nuclear Regulatory Commission and many other experts. Furthermore, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and public health experts do not recommend that people in the United States take precautionary measures beyond staying informed.
Come on, man.
And going forward, we will continue to keep the American people fully updated, because I believe that you must know what I know as president.
Come on, man.
What difference at this point does it make?
Several hundred American service personnel who say they became sick from radiation after participating in relief operations for the 2011 tsunami that set off the Fukushima nuclear disaster. Since then, some servicemen and women have become sick with cancers, leukemia, thyroid ailments, brain tumors and other diseases, and they blame radiation. The ships to which they were assigned were in an area of the ocean in the direction of the radioactive plumes spewed from the Fukushima plant. While people here in the USA are bickering and divided over politics, this is happening. What's happening in Japan is a worldwide problem. We are living in scary times. At Real Donald Trump. At Joe Biden.